Welcome to this, what I call a miracle meditation to quiet your mind. And before I tell you why it truly is a miracle meditation, I'm going to give you a little update because I haven't been really making videos much or very regularly lately in the past year or so. That's because I've been working on my book. And as the book is now in the editing process, I'm back in making some videos for you. And not only that I'm going to be making these softly spoken guided meditation, maybe some psychedelic journeys, but in addition, I'm going to be doing also some music for meditation and with some atmospheric, gentle, healing singing. So if you would like to stay for that, then subscribe. And today, I'm so happy that you are here. You might hear some nature occasionally because we are, after all, in the middle of a jungle in Costa Rica. Wow, that must be quite a group of birds that came here for this occasion to guide you on this miracle meditation. And I call it miracle meditation because it will not only relax you and help you to just let go of anything that's on your mind that causes you to overthink or bring some attacking thoughts or judgments. It will help you to really look from a space of mind. So you will drop into the mind beyond the need to solve anything, and that will inevitably bring you to a very peaceful state, more than you can imagine. So let's get started, and I want to just invite you to get really comfortable. I hope that you found some space where you don't have to be disturbed by anybody and anything, and just really make this space only for you. And perhaps it's the evening and you are preparing to go to sleep. So simply take this as a space to reflect a little bit on your day so you can be really prepared for your sleeping. And to begin, I want to help you to relax your whole body before we go into a short inquiry from which we will float into this very peaceful state of mind in which, as I said, the controller, the mind that tries to solve everything and fix everything and change everything, we'll just put that to sleep. So arriving to this beautiful moment, and if you don't find it beautiful yet, then simply arrive to whatever moment there is. Just arriving and noticing your body. Lie down comfortably, perhaps feel the temperature. And relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Maybe feeling the contact with your bed. Relaxing your legs. Feeling them heavy. Just sinking into your mattress little by little, with each breath, allowing to let go of any tension in your belly, in your jaw. Jaw is released. Your hands are simply lying in whatever position they are, relaxed. Your fingers are relaxed. And relax also your eyelids, and let your eyes close whenever they are ready to close by themselves. Simply being here and being guided by the sound of my voice, and gently sinking into this space of safety and groundedness. And before we go into a little meditative journey, just notice if there is any stories, any thoughts. What is it that's been popping to your mind lately? And perhaps you don't want to think about it, and the more you try to avoid it, it still comes up occasionally. And notice that the mind, the part of the mind that is doing the thinking and overthinking, is the same one that tries to solve some sort of problem, tries to fix it, tries to find a solution, and that's why you cannot rest. And so I promise you that this part of the mind will be with you again. But for now, we actually going to let go of it for a little while, simply to see what happens. And the way we're going to do it, simply by imagining that the problem solver, that image of a person that you can think about it living inside of your head, is simply going to take a vacation. Because the same part of the mind that tries to solve the problems is actually the same part that creates those problems and that creates those assumptions and make everything mean something. And so we are just spinning in our heads, unable to just let go and enjoy what is. And so simply imagine that you see this person in your mind's eye that looks a little bit like you. It's the part of you that's very organized, borderline OCD, a problem solver, intellectual, very fixed. Imagine that this person is simply packing their suitcase. It's putting all these important things in the suitcase, like her or his phone, which represents time. Puts in their books, perhaps, some knowledge from before. some expectations, what you have about how things should be in your life right now, and also assumptions about everything, and just putting it gently in a suitcase and closing the suitcase, and in your mind's eye you see this person leaving for a vacation. And just notice how it feels to see the part of you that constantly tries to solve problems, what it feels like that he or she is leaving, just going away, going into the distance, whatever you imagine that to be, maybe a long highway or a gentle path into the forest. And you notice that perhaps it might give you a little anxiety or a little sense of, what am I gonna do without that part? I need it. And so just relax beautifully into all the sensations that come with simply letting go of this part of you that is constantly looking to solve something. It is that ego identification with the problem that at the same time actually perpetuates the problem. Just like in a movie, when someone is struggling in a movie, the story stays the same and it's quite entertaining to watch. But the moment there is no struggle, the story changes. And in the same way, just for the next few minutes, just try this on. What would that feel like, not having with you this problem solver? And simply be where you are and simply relaxing, and just starts to rain. So I hope that you can simply invite all these sounds into your meditation, simply listening, inviting and accepting in your own way. And in just a moment, I'm going to ask you a very powerful question. But first, I want you to really get familiar or simply look if there is any stories that have been coming up into your mind. I'm gonna come a little bit closer. It's really raining outside. Any stories, any problems with people, judgments, something that's happening in your story right now that is unwanted. Just notice if there is anything like that. And perhaps you can pick one situation, some concern, some problem that you've been thinking about and overthinking for so long. And so today, I'm just going to try try this on, what would that feel like? What would happen? What you can discover? And how deeper you can relax naturally. Without the need to actually solve it. And so I hope that you have a situation or a thought or a story, and the question I want you to ask, and I hope you can simply ask in a very open state, noticing any resistance to it. The more you can open and trust, the more you can discover, the deeper you can actually relax, settle into your natural being, as opposed to simply distracting yourself from those painful thoughts. The question is, who would you be if the problem or all the problems were solved already? And simply look, and maybe there might be some thoughts thinking, well, that's not a good question, because you need to find out the solution, or it's good to have this problem because there's always some payoff. So any thoughts like that, again, just notice and come back to the inquiry. Come back to that simple question to see how powerful your imagination actually is. How powerful it is to imagine what would your life or this instant look like if all your problems, especially that one, were solved. What would that feel like? How deeply you would allow yourself to truly relax. So imagine your consciousness cannot even think of that story or that problem. For the next few moments, imagine it's simply not there. Because also the problem solver is not there. It's on a vacation, having a really good time somewhere by the ocean. And so you're here, simply left with your beingness. And notice what it is that is simply aware. Without any past, without any stories. What would it feel like if that problem was solved, gone, or recognized that it never existed in the first place? Perhaps you would feel a little bit more open. Would there be anything that now you would allow yourself to enjoy more of in your life? Maybe you would simply feel more safe or free in any way, or supported even, or simply you would feel relaxed and released, just feel and imagine what would that feel like to have that in your life, to have that in this very instant. Who would you be if you didn't have to become someone particular? If you didn't have to look for anybody's approval or love? Simply, how would it feel if that problem was completely gone? What would there be left? And when you are in this deeply relaxed state, simply looking with no brain, with nothing to solve, simply notice, is there anything in your life that while you were so obsessed by solving this issue already, is there anything at all that perhaps you missed to notice? Just notice that part of your mind that is now looking is not the same mind that is usually looking. There is nothing to solve. Relaxed, allowing, wise, having the wisdom and the trust that things are indeed unfolding in the most perfect way for you in your story, to support you in the best way, to provide you with the best opportunities, whether you can see it coming beforehand or not. Is there anything that you missed to notice while you were preoccupied by trying to solve that problem? Maybe those little things. Maybe there is some support available. Maybe there is piece of joy somewhere available in your life right now. And maybe you don't have to look very far. Maybe you can simply look and notice. Notice how good it feels to simply be. And if there is any thoughts or stories coming up, just gently send them back like a smoke to disappear into nothingness. Simply connecting to the deeper part of yourself, that is beyond any duality, simply aware and not even that breathing, peaceful, gentle, noticing the quieter mind that simply is. Noticing what it feels like, and also noticing if any spontaneous ideas or thoughts simply come up, arise, maybe in your dreams or tomorrow, something completely unexpected, something completely effortless, without trying to make something happen, without trying to solve something. What is left other than trust? Just being and enjoying this beingness, enjoying all the sounds that are gently relaxing you even deeper, reminding you that it simply rains when it does, not a second before, not a second after. It rains only when it does. So don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more of my upcoming new meditation, music and singing videos. Otherwise, I wish you have a beautiful night, and I'd appreciate any of your comments, and have a beautiful night.